in the very short story, enemies in the things they carried. While Alpha Company is on patrol, Dave Jensen and Lee Strunk have a vicious fight over something stupid. Dave's missing jackknife. Dave ends up hitting Lee repeatedly, breaking Lee's nose, and he's so furious that it takes 3 men to separate them. When Lee returns from treatment, Dave becomes skittish. Fearful of Lee's possible retaliation, Dave can hardly sleep. One day, he grabs a weapon and begins firing into the air, shouting Lee's name while the other men hit the ground. Then, he sits for hours, head in his hands, motionless. Later that night, Dave breaks his own nose with a pistol. He shows Lee what he's done and asks if everything was square. Lee agrees, but later laughs, calls Dave crazy, and admits that, yeah, he'd stolen the knife. In this story, the narrator reminds readers that the soldiers are young. Lieutenant Cross is only 24. The others are often no more than 19 or 20. Some may be career military, but many, like the narrator, were drafted and have only brief military training. They are absolutely not prepared for the stresses of war. Dave Jensen can't sleep, hallucinates threats, and loses the distinction between good guys and bad guys. Dave acts strangely because he feels that he's fighting 2 different wars, one happening around him and another happening inside him. Dave's actions and enemies are motivated not only by fear, but also by guilt and shame. Unable to tell friend from enemy, Dave attacks a fellow soldier, then must punish himself painfully. Yet in a sense, Lee also acted as an enemy, stealing one of the things Dave carries to increase his chances of survival. The knife is a useful and necessary tool. The stresses of war influence both men to mistreat a fellow soldier.